There was once a young man who felt dissatisfied with his life. He had a good job, a nice house, and a loving family, but he felt that something was missing. He wanted to find his true self and his purpose in life. He decided to quit his job, sell his house, and leave his family behind. He packed a backpack with some essentials and set off on a journey of self-discovery. He traveled to different countries, met different people, and learned different cultures. He hoped that by experiencing the world, he would find himself. One day, he arrived at a small village in the mountains. He heard that there was a Zen master who lived in a hut nearby. He thought that maybe the Zen master could help him find his true self. He went to the hut and knocked on the door. The Zen master opened the door and greeted him with a smile. "Welcome, traveler. What brings you here?" he asked. The young man bowed and said, "Master, I have come to seek your wisdom. I have been traveling for many years, looking for my true self and my purpose in life, but I have not found them yet. Can you help me?" The Zen master nodded and invited him in. He offered him some tea and said, "Tell me more about your journey." The young man told him everything that he had done and seen in his travels. He spoke for a long time, describing his adventures and experiences. The Zen master listened patiently and nodded occasionally. When the young man finished, he asked him, "And what have you learned from your journey?" The young man thought for a moment and said, "I have learned that the world is vast and diverse. There are many things to see and do, many people to meet and learn from, many cultures to appreciate and respect. I have learned that life is a precious gift that should not be wasted on trivial matters. I have learned that happiness is not something that can be found outside, but something that comes from within." The Zen master smiled and said, "That is very good. You have learned a lot from your journey." The young man felt happy and said, "Thank you, master. But I still have one question. Who am I? What is my true self?" The Zen master looked at him with a gentle gaze and said, "You are who you are. You are the sum of your experiences, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. You are not separate from the world, but part of it. You are not fixed or static, but dynamic and changing. You are not defined by labels or roles, but by your essence and potential. You are not someone else's idea of who you should be, but your own expression of who you want to be." The young man was stunned by the Zen master's words. He felt a surge of clarity and insight in his mind. He realized that he had been looking for himself in the wrong places. He realized that he had been running away from himself instead of facing himself. He realized that he had been searching for something that was already within him. He looked at the Zen master with gratitude and said, "Master, you have shown me the truth. You have helped me find myself." The Zen master smiled and said, "No, I have not shown you anything that you did not already know. I have only helped you remember yourself." The young man bowed deeply and thanked the Zen master again. He felt a sense of peace and joy in his heart. He decided to end his journey and return to his home country. He realized that he did not need to travel far to find himself. He realized that he could find himself wherever he was. He packed his backpack and said goodbye to the Zen master. As he was leaving, the Zen master gave him one last piece of advice. "Remember," he said, "the journey of self-discovery is not a destination, but a process. It does not end when you find yourself, but continues as you grow yourself. It does not depend on external factors, but on internal ones. It does not require special conditions, but everyday ones. It does not happen once in a lifetime, but every moment of your life." The young man nodded and thanked him again. He left the hut with a smile on his face and a lightness in his step. He had found himself. He had found his Zen. If you enjoyed this story, I kindly invite you to support my YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the video with others. Your support means a lot to me, and it helps me create more content like this. Thank you for being a part of our community.